Welcome to the web-based training modules presented by National AgrAbility Project. My name is Samuel Matthew. This module introduces you to the order of selection, or commonly known as OOS in vocational rehabilitation services. This is an independent training module and it may last less than 15 minutes. Other modules regarding vocational rehabilitation services with reference to AgrAbility customers are available to view and download at the National AgrAbility Project website www.agrability.org. Any questions may please be directed to the email address or phone number given in the last slide. Please take a moment to read the statement at the left side of the screen now. I will read that out for you. If you need the transcript of this presentation due to a hearing impairment, please contact bng@ecn.edu.edu to receive assistance. In this module, you may hear vocational rehabilitation services being referred to as VR or Voc Rehab. Vocational rehabilitation counselor may be referred to as VRC or the counselor. The module objectives are as follows. At the end of the module, you will be able to define OOS and identify 3 categories of severity of disability as defined by VR. You will be able to describe how OOS will affect customers and explain ways in which you can explore to get services for your customers if services are denied because of OOS. What is OOS? Order of selection is a status invoked by the State Vocational Rehabilitation Agency when all eligible customers cannot be serviced due to resource limitations, including availability of funds or personnel. The OOS defines the order in which customers will receive services. Usually, OOS stays in effect till the end of the fiscal year, the financial year, when new funds become available. Each state agency decides its OOS status, and some states are known to continuously be in OOS status. Severity of disability, the 3 categories. The severity of the disability is categorized under one of the 3 as most significant disability and not SD or MSD. As is apparent, the category 1 has most severe disabilities among the 3 and hence may require more services. So when a waiting list is created due to paucity of resources, Category 1 or MSD customers are given the first preference. It is not uncommon for Category 3 or MSD customers not to receive services when OOS is declared for state VR. Functional capacity limitations. Severity is determined on the functional limitations listed on this slide as per the reports available to the VRC from the customer. Hence, it is important to provide as much information as necessary to the VRC. There is specific criteria attached to each of the functional capacity limitations. Take a minute to read through the limitations. And this may range from cognitive and learning skills to work tolerance. It is obvious that to be included in any category, the individual must have physical or mental disability as listed by VR. MSD has to have 3 or more functional limitations along with the services required for extended period of over 9 months after signing the plan and successful rehabilitation of the individual and closure of the records. SD category has to have 1 or 2 functional limitations along with services required for an extended period of time, that is more than 9 months. All others or NSD customers are considered to have the minimum eligibility requirements for VR to be met. Who will receive services under OOS? The state can review its resources and declare OOS at any time of the year. The services to different categories are determined by the state agency depending upon the availability of services, availability of resources. Application intake, eligibility determination, and assessments to determine eligibility and severity may still be done for all applicants when OOS is in effect. Also, some states may freeze applicants itself. They won't take any applications. If services were started for a customer before the declaration of OOS, the services will continue irrespective of the category in which he or she is. This means that a category 3 customer already receiving service may continue to receive service even though OOS declaration eliminates services for category 3. How can you or your customer get services? If your AgrAbility customer is not receiving services because of the OOS status, there are several steps that can be taken to explore the possibility of receiving services. The first step will be to have a discussion with the customer if he has overlooked any disability while initially applying. If there are disabilities not brought to the notice of VRC, it should be brought up for review. If medical or other records are available, that will help the right. The second step will be to contact VRC and request an appointment. During the meeting, it is a good idea to have another person accompany the customer if possible. That may be an AgrAbility professional, OT, PT, or another person who can advocate with facts at hand. Discuss the reason for requests to review and ask for reassessment of eligibility. If no medical records are available, the VRC can request for reassessment. The same is applicable if the customer has a different status with regards to disability. The VRC's decision is not favorable and the customer feels that there is a genuine need for review. The customer should start the appeal process by notifying the VRC. If the customer feels that the VRC decision regarding review and reassessment of his or her status is not based on all available facts, the decision can be appealed at 3 levels. The first is the office supervisor level. The supervisor meets with the customer to review the case to determine if any facts are not taken into account. If the decision by the supervisor is not acceptable to the customer, he or she can appeal further and the VR office will facilitate an independent mediator to resolve the issues. If the issues are not resolved at this stage, CAP or Client Assistance Program can be approached. This is an independent state agency that advocates for the customer by reviewing the facts submitted by the customer, taking up the case with VR. Another web-based training module on CAP will be available at the AgrAbility.org website. CAP details will be available on the initial set of documents given to the customer during the first meeting with the VRC. Else, the VR office will provide the details on request. This concludes the order of selection training module. Please feel free to contact us at the displayed email address or toll-free phone number to ask questions, provide comments or suggestions. Thanks for your time. Hope this module has been helpful in enhancing your understanding of order of selection in vocational rehabilitation. Thank you.